I asked this lady if she want to buy a phone. She started barking at me. He's like, you can't sell the crackheads. I said, how am I supposed to know she a crackhead? How? She's like a regular person. How am I supposed to know she a crackhead? I'm just trying to sell her a phone. It's free. What up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Kavion, and we're back with another banger. Alright, so if you are new here, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, you already know this, you my dog, and I appreciate you for coming back to my channel. Alright, so obviously judging by the title, I'm gonna be talking about my worst job experience, y'all. Like my worst job experience. Alright, so this started in 2019, so about 2 years ago. I was looking for a job. I currently had a job, but it wasn't really paying enough, and that job was Old Navy. So I was working at there for a little while. I was in college. I'm still in college, by the way, but I needed like another source of income because Old Navy just was not cutting it. So I started going online looking for jobs and just applying anywhere, like anywhere except fast food. I did fast food in the past. That's another bad experience I had. So I didn't want to like do that again either. So I didn't apply there. So maybe like the next day I get like an email saying congratulations, I would like you to come in for an interview. So I'm like, I'm all hyped and stuff. So I go to the description of the job and see, what I applied at, because I don't remember necessarily applying at like certain job. I was just applying because I need that money. So I go to the email and I look at it. It says like marketing and selling. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Okay, marketing and selling. All right, cool. And I'm trying to look at the job description, and it doesn't really tell me like the exact job description of what I would be doing. It just said marketing, selling, customer service. So I'm like, well, what is this, Fast forward to the day of the interview. I get there and it's like at a kind of nice building. I go up to the second floor. I'm being very detailed because I want you guys to imagine like you're actually there in the interview, walking with me there. So yeah, go to the second floor and go up there, and there's like a little receptionist or whatever. And so I go to the receptionist. I say, hi, I'm such and such. I'm here for the interview. The first thing I noticed, like the receptionist seemed a little off. Like trying to explain it. Like she was just kind of like, okay, yeah, you can go take a seat right there. Yeah, like something from like a Get Out character or something like that. Like something was kind of off. But I didn't question it. I was just like, okay, maybe she's just a happy person. I don't know. So anyways, fast forward like 10 minutes later, I get called in by the hiring manager, and y'all, let me just tell y'all, this dude looked just like 50 Cent. Like, I'm talking about like a skinnier version of 50 Cent. Like, he looked just like 50 Cent in the face. So we're just gonna call him 25 Cent because he was like the great value version of 50 Cent, and he just looked just alike. So anyways, we get to the interview, and he starts asking me questions and stuff about like my experience, kind of like weird interview questions, like how many siblings I got, or what type of, like, he asked what my favorite type of food was, and I was like, chicken, chicken. Just kind of like random questions. So, but the whole time he's asking me questions, and obviously it's the interview, but he's not really telling me what is the job, like I would be doing, like what is my daily thing that I would be doing at this particular job. We get to the end of the interview thing, and then he's like, do you have any questions for me? And I was like, well, yeah, like what would I be doing? And he's like, oh, you'll be doing selling and marketing. And I was like, okay, cool. What type of marketing and selling? What is that, And he tells me that, oh, we'll go through more details if we move forward. And I was like, okay, all right, whatever. Literally like a minute later, congratulations, we're gonna actually hire you. I'm like, oh, great, that's cool. So what would I be doing? Oh, we'll talk about it on the first day. Oh, okay. This is a little sketchy, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting sketchy vibes, you know what I'm saying? But I said, okay, whatever. I need money, So fast forward to the first day there. I get there, Oh, side note, this job required you to wear like a suit. No, not like a suit, but like a button-up shirt, some dress-up pants, and stuff. So yeah, random, but yeah. I get there in the first day wearing my, obviously dress up pants, button up shirt, my church 11s and all that. And there's a whole bunch of people in there. It's in the same location that we interviewed from, and there's probably like 20 people there. And I'm looking around like, wow, like all these people got hired? And so I talked to someone there, and I was like, did you just get hired here? And they're like, no, I'm a trainer, I'm gonna be training you guys. So I was like, oh, okay, like what would we be doing? He's like, oh, well, the hiring manager, which he was talking about, 25 Cent, we'll, you know, talk about it in the meeting today. And I was like, okay. So I'm like, and my mom like, okay, what is the issue? Like, why can't you not tell me what we're doing? Like, it's weird to me. So then I talked to another dude. He just got hired, and I was like, do you know what we're doing? He's like, I'm not sure either. And I was like, isn't that kind of like sketchy that we don't really know what we're doing? He's like, yeah, but I need this job. So I was like, okay, well, okay. So anyways, maybe 5 minutes later, 25 Cent comes in, and then he does like a weird sound like, and then all the trainers go, I said, what the hell is going on here? I started looking around, and then me and like some other people who were, this is their first day too, they start looking around. I'm like, it's some weird shit. Like, this is weird. So tells us, he hands us like a little booklet or whatever, and basically going over like the instructions of what we're doing. And it's basically, he's saying that we're gonna be selling phones. And I was like, oh, okay, what kind of phones? And he's like, they're prepaid phones. So I'm like, prepaid phones? Like, what do you mean? He's like, we're gonna be selling them to people in front of government assistant offices, so welfare offices. And I'm like, oh, okay, you know? He starts saying that you're gonna have to go there yourself. We don't provide transportation there. And I'm like, what? Like, what if some of us don't have cars? Like, how are we gonna get there? And then he's like, oh, well, you can carpool, you can Uber there, you can take a bus there. I'm like, what? Like, this is, and we're all like, basically we're all going to like separate government assistant offices. So I'm like, this is just weird to me. So I just, at this point, my mom thinking like, maybe I should just like go out right now and leave, you know, like I don't really want to do this. I didn't sign up for this. This is, you know, already sketchy. And the vibes here are kind of just weird. Remind me like a cult. Like, it's just kind of weird, like weird energy there. So I just, again, I was like, I need this money, so I'll just go ahead and stay. Fast forward to the first day. I go to the government assistant office, the welfare office, basically. I have a leader. There's a leader that goes with us to train us and whatever. And let me just say, he had like a turkey neck. Like, it's kind of weird. Like, he was built like a turkey. It was just, so we're gonna call him Turkey Neck. All right, so the leader is Turkey Neck. So Turkey Neck's already there. Cause we all went there separately, and there's only like maybe 2 or 3 of us. There's like, so Turkey Neck is supposed to be training us, but Turkey Neck is on his phone or smoking a cigarette. And I'm just trying to see how to do this, you know? So there was like a script I forgot to mention that we follow, but it was kind of like a robotic script. Like, hello, would you like a phone? Oh, if not, you can save such and such. It was just kind of like, it was like weird, you know? And I'm in a suit in front of the government assistant office too, y'all. So I don't know if y'all seen like those scammy people that be in the street and they be wearing like a whole bunch of like a button up, like a whole dress up suit or whatever, and they be trying to sell you stuff. That was me. That was me, yeah. So we supposed to sell these 12 prepaid phones. Basically, we just gonna call them Obama phones because they're basically Obama phones. All right, I'm supposed to sell these 12 Obama phones. We're in front of the government assistant office. So I'm like, okay, well, let me ask people they want to get a phone, you know? Like, it can't be that difficult. So I asked this lady that comes out the welfare office, and I'm like, hey, would you like to buy a phone? I said, what the hell? She started like barking at me. Y'all think I'm playing, y'all. She started barking at me. And so I got freaked out. I'm like, what the hell? And so Turkey Neck seen it. And then Turkey Neck kind of ran to me because he was like, not, like he was kind of far, but he kind of like rushed to me. He was like, what are you doing, man? I said, I asked this lady she want to buy a phone. She started barking at me. He's like, you can't sell the crackheads. I said, how am I supposed to know she a crackhead? How? She's like a regular person. How am I supposed to know she a crackhead? I'm just trying to sell her a phone. It's free. And he's like, man, you gotta know, you gonna figure it out. You can't just be selling to people, anybody like that. If they look like a crackhead, it's probably a crackhead. I'm like, oh my God, bro. I'm like, what did I get myself into? I was just telling myself that, like, I did not sign up for this, y'all. So maybe 20, 30 minutes went by. Turkey Neck comes up to me. Did you sell a phone? I said no, because people either have a phone or they mad because maybe they didn't get accepted for food stamps or something. Whatever government assistant thing they're angry about, they don't want me asking them if they want a phone. Like, that's the last thing on their mind. And he's like, bro, you gotta sell those phones, man. You have to sell them. I'm like, I know I have to sell the phone, but like, you're not really training me on how to sell it. You're just smoking a cigarette and on your phone. Like, what kind of bootleg job is this, y'all? Like, I never did any sort of job like this. So I was just like, why am I here? Like, I didn't sign up for this, you know? Finally found, maybe an hour later, I found this lady who looked like she really needed a phone. She wasn't homeless. She just, I guess, She was telling me like her personal life, her boyfriend kicked her out or something like that. And so I was like, okay, like she really needs this phone. So I was like, this is the best person to sell the phone to. So I tell Turkey Neck, like, cause I needed him to kind of help me sign her up because it's like a separate tablet that you need to sign up. And he's like, bro, you should know how to do this. I said, I'm supposed to know how to do this. This is my first day. This is my first day. How am I supposed to know? So he starts giving me a hard time, whatever. So I guess you need like an ID, or not an ID, y'all, like a address on your ID, like a valid location address, like not a PO box or anything. And she didn't have that. She only had like a PO box. And he's like, nah, bro, you can't sign her up, man. She ain't got no address. I said, but she has a P.O. box. No, it has to be a location. Just walk away from her. Just walk away from her. I said, walk away from her? I said, she need a phone. Like, if anything, she really needs his phone. He's like, bro, just walk away. It's a waste of time. So the lady starts telling me, like, she really needs a phone. And I'm already getting annoyed because Turkey Neck ain't helping me do anything. He just keeps hassling me about selling the phone. So I ended up giving the phone to the lady, even though I guess I wasn't supposed to. I just gave her the phone. And so she was really happy. She was like, thank you very much. And so Turkey Neck sees it. And then he starts coming to me, bro, why did you sell her the phone? I just said she can't do it because she don't have a valid address. I said, I don't care. Like, she needed a phone. Like, what? Like, this is, I'm like, first of all, bro, I didn't sign up for this. This is such, I'm like getting frustrated at this point. I'm getting annoyed because you're not helping me. And I'm getting annoyed because I didn't sign up for this. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? At this point, I'm just like over it, you know? Me and Turkey Neck start going back at it because you're not going to talk to me disrespectful either. Like, bro, I don't know who you think you are, but you're not going to be getting hostile with me, bro. Like, so I walk away to the end of the block. Cause you can't go too far from the government assistant office thing. We're outside, by the way, so we can't go too far. So I kind of walk away, steam off, cause I was like, this is like, I'm getting annoyed at this point. Like, I didn't sign up to be selling Obama phones. All right, you know what I'm saying? Wearing a freaking suit. Like, I look funny, you know? I get a call, cause you can use your phone, obviously, there's no one that's, you know, watching you, from this other job I applied for, and they're like, hey, do you wanna come in for the interview? And I was like, well, yeah, like, sure. And then they're like, when can you come in? And I said, I can come in today. You know, I was like, I knew I wasn't gonna last at this job. Like, I was over. It was a scam job. You know, like, I didn't sign up for this. They're like, well, can you come in the next 2 hours? I was gonna be working this job, and I'm like, I'm not. I don't want to do this anymore. This is not what I signed up for. And I said, I said I can come in today. And so at this point, I'm getting away because my Turkey Neck's not training me. Turkey Neck's not saying anything. So I seen like a couple homeless people kind of buy it, and I just gave them the phones, and I went in my car and drove off, and that was pretty much the end of that. Like, end of that. I didn't go back to it. I didn't put in no notice. I gave those homeless people the phones that I had left over in like my bag, and I just walked off and went home. Went to that interview, ended up getting that later on. So yeah, but I think that was my worst job experience ever, because it was just, I didn't sign up for it. It was just really bootleg. But I hope y'all enjoy this story time. If you haven't already, make sure you guys do hit that like and that subscribe button. Make sure you put your post notification on so you guys are up to date when new videos drop. And I will see you guys on my next video. Deuces.